Going on, fam? We are hard on the yard. I got that good black pearl out here. My boy Legend. Black pearls should be ready to have some puppies right now. I'll let my boy Devo out too. Let him run around. It's a perfect day to talk about it, man. How long does it take puppies to come? How long before, when your mother dog gets pregnant, how long does it take for them to have the puppies? And the answer varies. It's anywhere from 53 to 73, 57 to 73 days. My fault. From 57 to 73 days, they could have the puppies. But when it's an American bully, you got to time that because you're gonna need a C-section. We were lucky with the last litter we had. Hardcut Cream, she went in the middle of the night, and we didn't have to go get the C-section. Pearl! And she was able to birth them without the C-section. And the main reason she was able to birth them, I think, is because she didn't have any water babies. And that is the reason that you have to do C-sections with the American Bully, is because they have water babies. Water baby is a baby that's full of fluid, a puppy that's full of fluid. It will not survive. It's already passed. And it's twice the size of a normal puppy, maybe 3 times sometimes. And it's called a water baby. And it's already hard for the bullies to give birth because of the shoulder and head size of the puppies. But when it's twice as big, it gets stuck in the canal. And not only will that puppy be gone, all your puppies will be gone. And if you ain't get to that vet in time, your mother will be gone too. Pearl, come back up under there. Pearl. She likes to scavenge stuff, and you gotta watch her this time of day. Now this is her 66th day of pregnancy. Normally she goes at about 64. So what are the processes to get us to the veterinarian? Because it's $1,000 to do the C-section, but it's $67 to do the test to get the C-section done. Now, if the C-section is if it's time for the C-section, you don't have to pay for that test. Pearl, come on, back up there. Come here. If it's time for the C-section, you don't have to pay for the test. But if it's not time, then you're gonna pay $67 for the test. So already we have went a few days ago, because the temperature was at 98. A dog's normal temperature is about 100, 101. When the dog gets ready to go into labor, all the progesterone will leave their body. So that makes the temperature drop. So if the temperature gets to the low 98, 98.4, 98.2, something like that, she's probably went into labor because all the progesterone has dropped. The tricky thing about it is the body adjusts. So even though the temperature dropped, the body adjusted and raises the temperature back up. So if you didn't test at the right time, you won't catch that drop. And the only way I've been able to ever catch it is that you got to test the temperature twice a day. Just set a certain time. Like if you do it 9 in the morning, then do it 9 at night. 10 in the morning, 10 at night, whatever you do. But you got to set a certain time to check the temperature so that you can try to catch that drop in progesterone. The temperature drops to 98 because the progesterone leaves the body. When the progesterone leaves the body, then she can have the puppies within about 24 hours, sometimes 12 hours. So if we go to the veterinarian, they're going to give us a reverse progesterone test. Like I said, they cost $67. And they want the number to be under 2 for progesterone. That means everything that I said just happened. That means all the progesterone left out of her body temperature adjusted back, and they can see that it's under 2. If it's under 2, that means she will have a puppy within 48 hours. In that situation, they will go ahead and do the C-section. You know, we went in a few days ago, and she was at a 13. And then we went last night, because she was at a 9 when we got there. Both times I went because of temperature. So it's very important you check your temperature 2-3 times. Both times she was not ready, and I had to pay the $67. So that's why it's important for you to listen to what I'm saying. Both times she was not ready, so we had to pay the $67. Now once we got the, so now we're at day 66, which is overdue. But you see, she's out running around on the property, still running the yard. She was trying to chase down some deer earlier. Come here. Come here. Come on. So she's still deer chasing. She's not there yet. But to do the C-section, she doesn't have to be in labor. We're trying to get 2 days before labor. So that could be today. And the only way I know that is to catch that temperature at 98, and then I can go back to the vet and do the reverse progesterone test. The reverse progesterone test is right. She's under 2. Get off from under there. Get out from under there, scavenger. Come on. You better get off from under there. She is a scavenger. If that reverse progesterone test is under 2, they'll go ahead and do the C-section, and I won't have to pay for that other test. If I do have, now the C-section is already $1,000, so I don't pay for 2 tests. So that's another what, 130 on top of that. So now my C-section didn't cost $1,000, it cost $1,130 already. Now if I go back and mess up again, I'm gonna be at $1,200. So I have to time this correctly. Now another way is you can see her going into labor. If I'm watching the temperature, I'm watching the time, I'm counting the days. I missed all of it, but I see discharge. So we went last night because I seen a green discharge. Green discharge means that the placenta has separated from the uterus. On one hand. On the second hand, it means one of the puppies has lost oxygen and it's stuck in the canal. So you really don't want to see green fluid. You want to see clear. But when you see green fluid, it's okay as long as shortly after that, a puppy appears. It's the terminology. You will see a puppy appear shortly after that. If you don't see a puppy appear after that, maybe 30 minutes, you got a problem. Because that green means that the oxygen for one of those puppies is bad, at least. And that means the other puppies are in distress. And it means the mother can't do nothing about it. So it's very important if you have American Bully to time the breeding. That's why I do not do raffles and giveaways, because you got to be responsible as that to do this. And I don't want to give you no female for $20 ticket, and then you can't afford all of the stuff it takes to breed them. So it takes a lot to get that timing down, but when you get that down, it takes the mother out of danger, the puppies too. You won't lose anything. Because the worst thing, even if the worst thing is everybody dies. The only thing that could be better is at least one of them died. So either way, you lost. So if you can time this right, pay very attention to the mother when she goes to the bathroom, see what discharge, all that. You got to pay attention in order to be able to time that C-section correctly and go get your puppies. This is day 66. We're about 2 days past when she's always went. She's had, this is her 4th litter, last litter. American Bullies only have 4 litters, mostly because of the C-section. She did have 2 litters naturally already. One of the dogs you see running around, Legend, she did birth him naturally. But she did one time start birthing them and stopped having contractions, and I had to go to the vet and do an emergency C-section. That cost 3 times, man. That's a lot. I was fortunate they didn't charge me the 3 times deal, but if I wouldn't have, if I'd have just been a little bit later, I'd have rolled over to the next vet for a late night, and it would have been $3,000. So you don't want to have to do an emergency C-section because of the cost. And my boy, she looks exactly like Legend coming out of the dark now. Boy, I'm telling you, she got the cave save on his white chest and everything. Legend's just not as big as her. But we're in the middle of that, man. We're in the middle of diagnosing whether we should go back today between 10 and 2:30 and get another progesterone test done, or if we should push it and wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm positive we'll be ready. But if she was at a 9 yesterday, that means her progesterone is dropping, but it could be a couple days. Now, when the last thing that we look at is when we took her in, they can't do x-rays or nothing when it's this close to the time. It'll disturb the puppies. But they can do an ultrasound. So they did the ultrasound, and we seen a lot of puppies. They didn't give me a specific count, but we did see a lot of puppies. But what we did not see is the kidneys. And the kidneys show up real good on the ultrasound normally. And the kidneys and stuff come in on the last couple days for the puppies. So for us to not see that makes me think we're about a couple days away. And it pretty much confirmed what we were at on the process. So that is the reason that the veterinarians won't take the puppies unless it's at a 2. Because if they took it before it was a 2, they could risk all of the puppies having kidney problems. See, it's a lot goes into breeding. Way more into it than what the average person thinks. So when you get through messing around and playing around, man, you need to come on out the bench for the big win, man. And get you something hard cut. It's on.